Welcome back to Orangeline. I'm Kelsey Epperson, joined here in studio with Director of the Career Development Center, Susan Wade. Thanks for joining me.
Hi, Kelsey.
Since graduation is approaching, we're going to find out some helpful tips from Susan. So we're going to go ahead and start with, let's talk about graduation and what do seniors and people who are looking for internships need to be doing right now?
Well, it's really time to get on the ball and get as busy as you can and really spend some significant time looking for your summer opportunities. There are still opportunities available for full-time and internships and part-time jobs as well. The first thing that you've got to have in hand is a resume that you're really excited about, and as well as some ideas to what your personal stories are that you can relate in an interview to an employer about where your successes have been and how you've overcome some challenges maybe in the past before. Okay. So resume, that would be the first thing that I would really recommend. You want to go to the Baker website and hop on the CDC page and look for some resume templates there and some information about that, and always come to the CDC for help for your resumes. Okay. There are a couple of upcoming events that I think would be great for anybody that's looking for a job or an internship right now. Actually, tomorrow, Wednesday, there is an opportunity at UMKC. We co-sponsor a career fair there from 10 to 3. The other one that's coming up on the 14th that may be closer, and certainly closer, and a great opportunity for students is right here on campus in the Collins gym. We're doing a career exploration day on the 14th from noon to 3. And that's where employers and alum come back and talk to freshmen through seniors about what they're doing out in the job market, what types of opportunities their own company might have, and also how they're using their Baker education and experience out in the career, in the job world. Okay. So some great examples might be Hallmark will be here, Cerner, Callahan Creek will be here, so for advertising and mass comm types of positions. So those are great opportunities for students to connect with alumni and employers for this summer or for future positions.
Perfect.
So.
Okay. So what are some tips that you have for preparing a resume? Because I know students are going to have those in hand when they go to these events.
Yeah, I think that the thing that people underestimate, everybody underestimates, is how long it takes to really put a good one together. Right. So looking at the templates online and seeing what other people are doing. And really what students need to focus on is no matter where they're working or an organization or some project that they've taken a leadership role on, is how did you make a difference? Being able to quantify how you made that difference. How many companies did you visit with on that job, or how many clients were you supporting, or how many files were you working on each week? So being able to talk about how many campers were you working with when you were a counselor last summer at your summer camp. So those are really impressive, and students tend to underestimate their successes on that. So, and again, I can't overemphasize coming to the CDC and letting us help you edit it and really getting it looking spiffy.
Okay, great. And then next, what about those students who are having no luck, getting ready to graduate, no interviews, no jobs yet? What do you suggest those students do? Because I know they're out there.
Yeah, they're absolutely. It's a really tough job market right now. And I think the most important thing is just being patient and not relying on the internet websites and job search engines to be your only source for looking for a job. You've got to get out and look at the specific company that you're interested in. Go to their website and look at careers at the organization or the company. Networking. Talking to people that currently work in organizations or companies that you're interested in. Doing an internship. Another internship after graduation is a really smart thing. There are some awesome opportunities with the federal government for new graduates as well, so don't discount federal and state government opportunities.
Okay, great. And then next, what about some tips for interviewing? Because that's going to be coming up for students too, so what do you suggest they do?
Yeah. I think the most important thing is really researching the company that you're going to be interviewing with. Knowing what their product and service is, knowing what their challenges are. So going on to their website and looking around on that site to see what new products are they focused on. Also, maybe knowing who their competition is. So being able to, once you're in the interview, to have some confidence about really who is it and what is it that they do, who is it that they serve. Also, knowing yourself, know your resume, what's on your resume, but also know what are your personal stories. So when you get those behavioral interview questions that ask the hard questions that say, tell me about a time when you had to think on your feet, or you had to convince somebody to do something that they didn't want to do. Those are questions that take us a while to really think about what was that situation, and be able to articulate, well, what the situation was, what you decided to do, what action you took, and then what's the positive result. You've got to be able to tell your stories. And some schools are actually hiring storytellers now to help students and coach them on their personal stories and how to relate those in interviews.
Wow.
So those are really, really important. So,
okay.
And come to the Career Development Center and have a mock interview. So let us help you with those and help you get those down.
Great. Okay, and lastly, what has been your feedback so far from students? Are you hearing success stories, or are students having a lot of trouble?
There are absolutely people that are getting jobs, so don't feel discouraged. The real issue is how much time are you spending on it, and how much networking are you actually doing? How many hours are you spending really looking for a job? Looking for a job is a full-time job. So a lot of people don't tackle that until after graduation, and that's okay. The other piece is that we serve alumni as well, so we're here all summer. We're here, you know, to help. So yes,
Great.
there are absolutely students getting internships and full-time positions all the time.
That's really comforting to hear. Good. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me,
No
Kelsey.
problem. All right, up next, going along with this interview, Rena Murphy has a story about some graduating seniors and their success stories.